Hello, visors. Everybody is talking about ChatGPT, and let's talk about what is ChatGPT, how to use that, and yes, how to take the most out of it. So this video is divided into two parts. The first one is for beginner. The second one is for intermediate. Beginner means you are someone who just heard about ChatGPT. You just know what is ChatGPT, but you never ever used that, and you don't know how to use ChatGPT. Now there would be a second person who have previously used ChatGPT, but they don't know how to take advantage of it, how to take leverage of it. So yes, this video is divided into two parts. Now, if you're someone who is an intermediate or you know how to use ChatGPT, you can go and check the description. You will get a timestamp. You just click for the intermediate and you will directly skip the video towards the intermediate part. So now, if you are someone who is a beginner, first you have to go on a website called chat.openai.com. So when you go on chat.openai.com, you will actually see a website looking like this, which actually show you like, okay, get started, log in and sign up. So if you have an account on that, so you go and log in. If you don't have the account, go on sign me up, and you can use your preferred option, like you can use your email, your Google, if you're Microsoft account, if you have an Apple account, use whatever your choice. When you log in or sign up, you will get into a screen like this where you will see two options, chat GPT 3.5 and GPT-4. So GPT 3.5 is a basic version of ChatGPT, and there's another pro version of ChatGPT, which is GPT-4. Both have their different use cases, so both are handy, both are easy to use. If you're someone who have money to invest into it, if you're thinking, okay, ChatGPT is actually helping me in my all the stages, you could purchase ChatGPT GPT-4. I'm also thinking to buy GPT-4, but yet I don't think right now I need that, so I'm using GPT 3.5. Now if you're someone who's a beginner, you first want to know like how to use it. Okay, so you can directly write hi. Now when you write a message, it will reply you back. It is most likely work as a chatbot, so whatever you can just talk with it, like how are you, where are you from. But yes, if you're a beginner, how you will use that. So let's suppose you have a project, you have got a project from your college or school, and they have told you to write an essay on global warming. So you can directly write and see how easy it is to write an essay. It will directly give you introduction and then causes of global warming, consequences of global warming, the fast how it works. And let's just think like how you used previously. If you ever got the essay, you go on Google, then you search for it, then you will get 10 to 15 different essays, then you figure out, okay, what is right and what is not. You directly get everything in just one go. Let's suppose this answer is in points and you just want to write in a paragraph, so you could directly tell him write. Now ChatGPT will write everything in a paragraph format. Just look at it. Previously you got the response, the reply in form of in pointers, but now you are getting the answers in directly and paragraph. Okay, this is very long actually, and if you're a student, why you will write this much? Okay, let's suppose there is a criteria your teachers have given to you, like write in 200 words. Now you can directly short this essay in 200 words. Now it will reduce your overall essay into 200 words. How simple it is. Yes, that's how you could do it. Let's suppose your teachers tell you to write the difference between respiration. So see how it is giving you the answer. First it will give you a complete biggest paragraph, which is actually a very bad thing. How could you write it in your exams or in your answer notebook? So we will just wait for it, or I just stop it here and you just write the answer in table format. See how easy it is to tell him to write the difference. See, now you can easily copy these answers in your notebook and your teachers not going to cuss on you. Okay, so let's clearly understand what things we have done. Okay, so whenever you write a text, it is called as prompt. So we will now call it prompt. It is not a chat, it is not a text, it is called as prompt, and this is your answer or response from ChatGPT it actually generates. So whenever you get the answer, if you think, okay, this answer is not correct for me, you can directly click on regenerate. So ChatGPT will think again, it will look towards the database, like whatever the information he have, and then it will regenerate the answer. Okay, now see, it will again generate a new answer for you. It could be better, it could be worse. Okay, now if you're someone who thought, no, this answer is wrong, this is not complete, I like the previous one, you can directly click on this icon and you will directly see the older response, and directly you could suggest ChatGPT to upgrade. You could tell him, like, you can give your feedback to ChatGPT and tell it that it is better response or it is worse response or it is same. If you click on same now, it will directly generate a new response for you. Now this is all for the beginners. So if you're someone beginner, use it in this way to take most out of ChatGPT. Okay, now let's talk about ChatGPT for intermediate people who know how to use ChatGPT and they wanted to know more how to get accurate answer. Because now if you use ChatGPT in the way the beginners use, you will get the most worst response ever. If you use it as a professional person, people will tell you, what are you doing, like this is not how you write it things. Now we are going to follow 3 frameworks, and these all the 3 frameworks are very crucial if you're using ChatGPT. Now the first framework is RTF, role, task and framework. So first of all, you have to assign ChatGPT a role, and then you will give him a task, and then you will decide a format. Okay, for doing that you just have to tell. So first of all, you have to assign a role to ChatGPT. Like I can say him, you are an English teacher. We have to decide the task for him. Teach, let's suppose you wanted to learn about basic grammar. Teach me about basic grammar. Okay, you could improve this role, like you are an English teacher for class 6 to 10. You are an English teacher for class 6 student, class 10 student of India. You can directly, modify the rules. I'm just telling him, you are an English teacher, teach me about basic grammar like noun, pronoun, verb and adverb. Okay, this is our task. Now let's talk about format. So I want this teacher to teach, because now ChatGPT work as a teacher. Now I want this teacher to teach me in a way like it is far more understandable for you. The format will be teach me in the way that a 5-year-old, I want him to teach a 5-year-old better. Okay, let's see what response it will give to us. Now look at the things it is doing. Like, just look at it. If a student is a 5-year-old, he actually want examples like this. Basic grammar explains simply. Nouns, what is noun? Nouns is the things and people. Noun are the name of things and people. They help us task, and see, it actually giving example. Like noun, if we talk about things, examples are toy, ball, flower. People, mom, dad, friend. Now pronoun, and just look at the responses. Okay, let's suppose you want to you can directly copy the response, and you can just change it. You're an English teacher, engineering students, teach me not basic grammar, but I will change it to about soft skills, because yes, I can easily understand. Make sure to use heading point. Okay, I want the format should be same. Now we are assigning the role, now we are giving the task, and now we are giving the format in which we want the answer. When I enter, it will start giving me the responses. Just look at the things it is doing. Damn. Now examples are again in a table format. It is using less words and explaining things in more proficient way. Soft skills are essential for industry to thrive in their careers. These skills go beyond, and I can literally tell you that, okay, these are the examples are very simple, to the point, and the examples are very, very, very clear. Like taught in my college, things it is talking about here is not it actually part of my curriculum. And now let's talk about the second framework, that is TREF, which is task, requirement and expectation. Now format. So what is that? First we will assign a task. I want to write, this is a task I am assigning to ChatGPT, because our framework is TREF, first task then requirement. Now my requirement is, I want you to bold to make it look like an actual essay, because if you are in a college or you have to submit a big essay, you need something like this, a format, heading, then subheading, then tables, then points and examples. Okay, now we are writing an essay on artificial intelligence and its impact on digital world. I want you to use heading, subheading, table, points and examples. This is the requirement. Now I want to tell him the expectation. Now my requirement is to make now in the end, I want to give him a format, and the format is actually specified in the requirement. So let's suppose if we have to change a little bit requirement, English. Okay, now I just don't want to give a more specification. Now see, I have written that, write an essay on artificial intelligence, its impact on digital world, act as an English scholar which have a very vast amount of expertise in English, know how to play words, and English words can be a thing. Okay, I think I'm repeating multiple thing here, but yes, if I'm write a prompt like this, it will ChatGPT will understand. Okay, I'm an English scholar. Okay, now I have given the format as well. I want you to use heading, subheading, tables, and points and examples. Let's see what my ChatGPT is going to respond here. Now, just look at the essay we are getting here. I can literally say it is a very good example for writing an essay. Okay, we are not just talking about only essay kind of thing, but let's talk about. I want ChatGPT as work as a someone who know about graphic designing or maybe freelancing. Write it as a beginner. So if I'm a beginner, I will say hi. So if you are a beginner, you will write something like this. Can you see that? Just look at the response that it is giving. For someone who is starting as a freelancer, these answers are very overwhelming, to be honest. He will never going to understand what freelancing is, how to work as. So he have given him a very long answer. For a beginner, it is not a very good advice to search like that. Now let's use our RTF format, which is role task format. First, so we are going to act. So we will tell ChatGPT act as experienced freelancer. You want to become a freelancer in graphic designing. So I will tell him act as a experienced freelance graphic designer. Okay, you have to be very sure about the role you are giving him. Okay, so because when you give a role, it will act like that. You're not giving him a task. Like, see, I am a beginner. I don't have any experience. I have no experience in working as a graphic designer. Now let's see what answer it is going to give me. Now just look at the responses it is giving to me. Like, if you're someone who is starting as a graphic designer, you can directly follow all the tips it is giving to you. Also, no, just look at this. It is also telling you the channels, the future and tutvid. Oh my god, it is giving you the channels as well, so you can go and follow it. Damn, there is. Now look at the response it actually have given to you. It is talked about exploring the world of freelancing, yeah, blah blah things. When you followed a framework, now it is actually giving you the most proficient answer. Now let's talk about the last format or the last framework, which is called grade, which is goal, request and action, details and example. You can use this format, to make a very great answer. Okay, so now when we talk about a grade framework is actually very easy to understand. Is that first you have to define what is your goal, then what is your request, and then your action, then you have to decide what is the details of it, and then you have to ask it for the examples. So let's suppose you are someone who is interested into learning about graphic designing. I want to learn about graphic designing. Your the action will be social media designs. So now how to make personal projects and reach out to clients and how to charge as a designer. Now this could be an action. Now we are going to talk about details. Now tell me everything in detail and make sure to use simple words. Okay, this could be use some very hard words or use simple words. If you're someone who is not into proficient, if you don't have any proficient English, you can directly say him to use simple words. Okay, you don't have to worry about your words correction. ChatGPT will understand everything. Okay, now I have written a prompt by using a framework called grade, and when you give the prompt, ChatGPT will start understanding like what is the prompt. And see, now it is taking of course I am happy to guide you through the process of becoming a graphic designer, focusing on social media design. Let's break it down by step. Step 1 is understanding graphic design. Now it is telling you what is the graphic design. Now mastering softwares, it is talking about the softwares which is available online. I haven't told him about the table format, so now it is not focusing on making a table like thing. But if you tell him to use table format, it will give you. I have told him about step by step. Now it is talking about every steps. Okay, now in the end it actually told us that cold emailing. Let's suppose you're someone who want to write a cold email through ChatGPT. You could directly write a cold email. Let's suppose we just take the not complete, but okay. Now I will tell him not guide as, but act as a experienced graphic designer having 10% experience. 10k plus followers. Not just talk about writing and cold emailing, but yes, you can correct ChatGPT by saying I am a beginner graphic designer. Let's take an example of Raj Shamani. And let's just take the example of Raj Shamani and let's just copy his about section so that we have a context about to whom we are actually writing an email. And make sure you always write a very personalized cold email, because if you are not writing that, it will actually works very bad. Okay, so now this is his about section. Just go through with it, and what I have to do is just Okay, now I have to just copy his about section and I will write, I am a beginner graphic designer. Okay, let's suppose you have experience, you can mention that, but let's suppose I don't have the experience, so I can mention zero experience. I have 5% projects on LinkedIn, and here's all about. See, I have just copied his about section. Whatever he have mentioned about him, everything is now here. I have just mentioned everything. I guess yes, I have mentioned about him. Write a personalized cold email. Now I have written a very long. Now just look at it. Hi Raj, hope this message find you well. I have been truly inspired from your journey and the impact of work doing the influencer and content marketing landscape. Your dedication, brand advocacy, and growth resonate with me. My name is, I'm a passionate graphic designer. Although I'm a beginner, I poured my enthusiasm into 5% project. I believe that. Just look at the cold email it has written. Damn. Just I have opportunity to collaborate with my graphic design, whether it's a designing competitive visual for social media campaign or adding an artist touch to the keynote presentation. I'm eager to contribute. Thank you for considering my interest, and I'm looking forward to possibility of working together. If you are open to it, I'm grateful chance to discuss our design skill. Now just look at this cold email. This could be more. This could be much better. Okay, this could be much better if I just talk about much more things about, if I go and just closely look towards his social, like what recent keynote he have given, what recent podcast of him. Just look at his social, be a little more personalized, and just write a cold DM like this. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope this video is really very important for you all, and it will help you. If you're someone who is very beginner and yes, you don't know how to write English, make sure you invest more time on learning English, because yes, artificial intelligence will not going to wait for you, to learn Hindi, and it will just grow far more further. Also, also this video is curated from a lot of tutorials, a lot of free resources available on internet. So I will make sure to add more resources in the description. So whenever you are interested, you find interest, make sure you check the description. And if you go and check the description, you will find access to multiple links. So make sure you do that. Make sure you check all the description. Also, I have mentioned some YouTube channel by which you can follow and learn about ChatGPT and AI. So make sure you go and check it out. Also, if you're someone who is new to channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. My name is Harsh and you're watching the Harsh Wise. If you're someone who is new to channel, to watch this playlist to understand what we are here to, what we are doing, and what we are learning. So you will understand what we are doing and what we are actually, what you can expect from us. And watch this video to understand how to create your own luck in your life.